What is up, people? This is Prophet. I'm coming today with the first in the series of this mini series that is all about the equipment for the next Call of Duty and for gaming in general that will help improve your game. Trust me, I use it, so I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not just trying to sell you something. And this video is specifically about headsets. I'm going to go ahead and say this because probably I'm going to mention some companies in this commentary, and people are going to be like, no, you're wrong, that's not true, you're biased, blah blah blah. And I don't really care. This is based on my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact. I'm not going to specifically tell you go out and buy this headset from this company and all that stuff. I'm going to give you facts and opinions and a few things that I think you should be looking forward to, or looking for, I should say, when deciding on what headsets to buy. That being said, what I recommend company-wise, and once again, this is just recommendation based on opinion, and this opinion is brought upon the fact that I have either owned currently or in the past, I have used or I have purchased, or in some form, these headsets or headsets from these companies, and I've used them for a long period of time. The main ones that I would suggest are Triton, Turtle Beach, and Astros. Yes, these are not the only companies that make headsets, that is true, but these are the companies that are focused mainly on console gaming, with the secondary aspect of their headset companies being to PC gaming. There's a lot of companies out there such as SteelSeries and Razer, but theirs are more focused on PC gaming primarily, and then console gaming secondary. So that being said, things that you should be looking for when actually going to find a headset. Pretty much three basic things that kind of get spread out into more general or more broad aspects later on. But the three basic things are comfortability, durability, and price. Now, a lot of these headsets you can't test or you can't try out, or there is no period like that. So what I recommend is try to find people around you that you know, or people that you play with, who have these headsets, and you could possibly use them a couple times, you know, go over their house or whatever, or meet up with them, let them have them let you borrow them. Oh, that was a tongue twister. So, first part, comfortability. What you have to understand is, depending on how much you play, this could be a big factor. Now, normally I play maybe 4 or 5 hours during a session, and I mean, you know, a session is any time that I actually start to play with a couple of the guys and stuff. So that's a long time. I can be going through hundreds of games at that point, and I literally mean hundreds of games. So, you want, when I mean comfortability, I mean a headset that you will feel comfortable in all the way around. That is going from the weight of the actual headset, the way it sits on your head, and the way the ear cups are designed or set up. Now there are headsets out there that are more rounded ear cups, more oblong ear cups. You know, they have a lot of springs in the headpiece. They don't have a lot of springs in the headpiece. Some are all metal, some are all plastic, some are a mix. And that's what you need to be looking into, because all that is actually going to be a factor into how comfortable the headset sits on you. That being said, the second thing you want to look at is durability. Now, I want to go ahead and say this and get it out of the way. No, a plastic headset or a headset that has a lot of plastic on it, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be less durable than a headset with metal on it. What that means is this, that they are looking at ways of cutting down weight on the headset. Not necessarily, sometimes it's cutting costs, but most of the time it's shedding weight. Now, a lot of these companies out there, I don't want to say that they're going to kind of inflate the numbers when it comes to durability or how durable they are. You know, this thing can withstand you falling on it, or can withstand the weight of an elephant. A lot of that's usually crap. I'm going to be the first to tell you, from what I've seen, most average falls, slipping off your head, falling off your desk, that's alright, and that's doable with certain headsets. Once again, I'm not going to say which headsets, because I don't want to seem biased against one or the other. But also, you have to take into account that things do happen, so them falling is going to be a natural part of owning a headset. You don't have to think of it as you have to kind of baby the headset and like keep it away and keep it protected in its own plastic, you know, acrylic anti, hermetically sealed, anti whatever case. That's not it. By the same token, it's not, being that most of these are kind of expensive, it's not something you just want to throw around everywhere. That being said, that'll lead me to the third point, which is price. Price is a big factor. Some of these headsets from some of these companies, or the aforementioned companies, they range anywhere from maybe $100 to upwards of $300-400. So this is something that you got to kind of keep in consideration. Not what I mean by that is, a cheap headset or a lower price headset is not necessarily a better headset, or is not necessarily a worse headset versus a more expensive, $300-400 headset. And one of the things that will affect price are these next two things that I'm going to talk about: surround versus stereo. That's one of the things. The second thing is kind of like a subject in that. But surround versus stereo. Now, of course, most people know stereo is 2 channels left and right. It's different from mono, which is 1 channel. Mono is all the sound piped in through one specific speaker, non-directional. Stereo is 2 directions, but it's very limited. Most of the headsets you're going to find out there, or most of the headsets you might be looking into, are surround. That gives you directionality of the sound coming in from more than 2 directions, or more than just left and right. It'll actually give you left front, left rear, back rear, stuff like that. That being said, what you also need to be looking into is whether the headset you're looking at is simulated surround or true surround, is what most people are going to be calling it, or actual surround. And the difference between those is simulated surround is one large speaker with software or hardware implements that make it seem like it's actually multiple speakers giving you directions from different areas. Whereas true surround is maybe 4 or 5 different little speakers in each headset, or in each ear cup, telling you which direction stuff is coming from. All the companies that I mentioned, I'm going to give you a link below so you can check them out. Like I said, these aren't the only ones, but these are the ones that I feel are the best. My opinions aren't the deciding factor, though. You guys got to make your own judgments. That is it for me. I will see you guys online. Peace.